Hi there, Whitney from WSS EQUESTRIAN. Welcome to my video on what saddlery and what tack do you need to show a thoroughbred here in Australia. I'm just going to shed some light on what saddlery that you need when presenting your thoroughbred for the show ring. So ideally when you're showing a thoroughbred, you plait their forelock, you plait their mane, you put checkers on their bum, and then you either plait or shave or pull their tail. You put a false tail in their tail. These come in a various range of different thicknesses. This is a double thick tail. You can get a single thickness, double or triple, or if you need something of particular standard, you can talk to Tailmaker. This is by Equine Image Tails. This is Teddy's false tail. You only cut it the once, you measure it to size, put it in, and then you cut it the once. You don't keep cutting the false tails because they don't grow back, unlike their actual tails. And then after all of that is put together, when it comes to tacking up your thoroughbred for the show ring, you have the option of a snaffle bridle or the double bridle. Double bridles with the weigh mount bit, they are for further educated horses, but when they're fresh off the track and fresh new to showing, it is really important to ride them in a snaffle bit and a snaffle bridle. For Teddy, Teddy's been around a long time, and we've done lots of training, so he's at the stage of his ridden career that he can be competed in a double bridle. Okay, so now that the bridle is done, alright, so after doing their makeup, putting their false tail in and bridling them up with a snaffle or a double bridle, we then you put on your pad. So this is my sheepskin Numnah by the Rug Rack. This is probably almost 10 years old. I've had this for as long as I've had Teddy. Great little half pad Numnah that sits on him like so, and then the saddle goes on top of that. So it's up to you to pick the colour that best suits your horse. This is black because he's a black horse with black leather. That's another thing too, you've got to be mindful of what colour leather. You've got brown or black to put on your horses. Chestnut horses are predominantly with brown tack, black horses with black tack, if that makes sense. Turnout classes though, possibly brown tack on black horses, but it all depends what you're entering. But for like ridden thoroughbred classes, getting started at ag shows with your off the track thoroughbred, you just need to pick out a Numnah that suits, it is the right measurement to your saddle, and it suits your horse, and your horse looks neatly and tidily presented to the show ring, not just messily mismatched, chucked bits of this and that together. You need coordination and synchronization with your overall look in the show ring. And then lastly, we have our saddle. So this is my Bates Caprilli saddle. I've had this for years now, since 2016. The story with this saddle is the day that my mum and dad took Daniel and my sister and I out to view the farm mum and dad were buying. They didn't tell us, we just thought we were going out there for a horse event. And then mum and dad were like, oh, we're buying this farm. So that was pretty cool, very special. And on that day, the auction on eBay for this saddle was ending, and it's not very good reception out of that property. And I was like, oh my God, trying to bid on this saddle. And then I thought at the end, I was like, no, I was too late. I missed it. I didn't get it. Someone else outbid me. But it worked out, and I did win it. It turns out, yeah, I did win it. So I've had this ever since. I love it to bits. I love Bates personally. I'm a Bates girl. So this is a Caprilli show saddle. You want along the lines of the show saddles, dressage saddles when it comes to showing, just as long as you're not doing an all-purpose where the knee pads out here stick out, or designed and cut out, or a jumping saddle. That is not what you use when you're showing a thoroughbred. So you specifically need a show saddle or dressage saddle of some sort in this shape and design, because these are the saddles that you compete on with your show horse in the show ring. And obviously you need a girth. So I ride Teddy with my plain White Horse Equestrian leather girth. That's what he gets competed in. Hey Teddy. He used to ride him in a white girth, a Wintec one, but now I stick with my leather. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that was helpful. Helped answer a couple of questions you might have. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Oh yeah, I'll leave links, but I'll leave a list of what everything is tack-wise for me. And you can check those products out in your own time. But yeah, no, it's not overwhelming, the tack that you need when it comes to showing your off-the-track thoroughbred. As long as you make your list, your shopping list, if you haven't got all of this already, make your shopping list, or you make a list for your horse, and then you make a list for your rider, and you jot down, this is what I did when I first started showing, I actually drew out a picture. I drew a horse, the saddle, the Browband, and all of that jazz. Oh, I didn't touch base on that either, the Browbands, quickly. Reminding me that you need to know if your horse is going to be a hack or a hunter. Hunter horses do not have a blingy Browband. They can have a plaited Browband, or just the plain traditional Browband that came with the bridle that you buy, or with the show horse. Teddy is my open show horse. He's an open hack, so he wears the blingy items in the show ring. So he's got the blingy Browband, and you can choose all sorts of colours and go crazy picking all the great colours, so Browbands and whatnot. So back to my list. So make a list for the horse and make a list for the rider. That rider needs a helmet, jacket, shirt, tie or stock tie, boots, vest, cane, label pin, helmet, I said that. Or if you're doing like a lead cast without your ridden gear, and boots, I think I said boots. And if you need like a lead cast, do you have a jacket and skirt and singlet, running flat shoes, a hat, your cane, that sort of thing. And then for the horse, you need to make a list of bridle, Browband, saddle, girth, stirrup leathers, Numnah, or the pad, saddle pad, false tail, and that's about it. You don't quite need much else more for showing a thoroughbred in the show ring. That was helpful. Thanks for joining us in our video today. Hope that helps shed some light. If you've got any other questions, do not be shy. Ask away in the comment section down below, and I'll do my very best to help you to the best of my knowledge and respond with a video answer. Alright, we'll see you in the next video. Good luck with your show horse riding success. Bye!